Good morning! We're starting our final day in Tokyo with something that feels like a real-life dream, a visit to see Japan's world-famous Sakura trees. We headed out early to make the most of the morning light, and trust me, it was so worth it. The cool spring air kissed our cheeks, and the sky was painted a soft blue that made the perfect backdrop for what was to come. We strolled through a vast, peaceful park, wrapped in layers but warmed by excitement. There's something so refreshing about being up early in Tokyo. It's quiet, clean, and full of anticipation. As we walked deeper into the park, we started to see little bursts of pink in the distance. And then, wow. We turned a corner and suddenly we were surrounded by blooming Sakura trees in full, breathtaking display. This is a very short-lived phenomenon. Sakura trees typically bloom for only about 1 to 2 weeks a year, depending on the weather. It's a big deal in Japan and marks the arrival of spring with a centuries-old tradition called hanami, which means flower viewing. Locals gather with friends and family under the trees for picnics, celebrations, and quiet reflection. We joined in that spirit, taking in the vibrant shades of soft pink and the gentle petals falling like snow. Every tree looked like a painting, each branch bursting with blossoms so delicate, it felt like they'd vanish if you stared too hard. We couldn't resist snapping photo after photo. Then we found a sunny spot to sit, unwind, and enjoy some Japanese snacks, onigiri rice balls, a bit of matcha tea, and some sweet mochi. Honestly, I could have stayed there all day just soaking in the peace, beauty, and magic of the sakura. After that calm and tranquil morning, it was time to switch vibes, because next, we were diving into a different kind of magic. Harry Potter Studio Tokyo. This place is one of the newest and most exciting attractions in the city, and for fans of the wizarding world, it's basically sacred ground. Our adventure began at Toshimain Station, which is already decked out with Harry Potter-themed decorations. There are banners, subtle props, and magical touches that build the excitement before you even walk through the studio gates. Fun fact! The studio was built on the site of the former Toshimain amusement park, blending history with fantasy. As we approached the entrance, we passed a garden filled with larger-than-life sculptures and mystical designs. It's like stepping into a magical forest designed by wizards. Then, deep breath, we entered the studio. And wow! The moment you walk in, you're greeted by incredible set recreations and a museum-like atmosphere that pulls you straight into the world of Hogwarts. There are costumes, props, and film sets used in the actual movies, displayed with loving detail. We learned all about the making of the films, how the costume designers, prop builders, and visual effects teams work together to bring J.K. Rowling's vision to life. It's not just cool, it's inspiring. And for those curious minds out there, the Japanese version of the studio focuses more on the craftsmanship and behind-the-scenes magic than the UK one, which is more scene-focused. By this point, we were buzzing with excitement and couldn't wait to see what was next. Next, we wandered into a section that felt exactly like the Hogwarts we grew up watching. There were long corridors, stone walls, and even the iconic Great Hall filled with long tables and floating candles overhead. And get this, there were actual moving portraits lining the walls. These were screens blended into frames with animations that made it feel like the paintings were talking, judging, and chatting, just like in the films. We were geeking out hard, and so was everyone else around us. One interactive feature lets you record a short clip and magically insert yourself into one of the moving paintings. Ours looked like a kid's peeking in and out of the painting, but so fun. Another mind-blowing moment. The grand staircase, yes, the one that moves. It doesn't go anywhere, but the illusion is so cool and cinematic. We took our time exploring every room, each designed to replicate scenes from the movies with perfect detail. There were potion labs, common rooms, Dumbledore's office, and even the Forbidden Forest creepy and cool at the same time. It's amazing how immersive everything is. You don't just see it, you feel it. Even if you're not a die-hard fan, it's impossible not to be impressed by the sheer artistry. Every set piece was built with incredible realism, right down to the aged wood, dusty books, and magical lighting. This part of the studio truly made us feel like Hogwarts students, even just for a moment. Now, for all the Quidditch fans out there, get ready! There's a green screen studio where you can hop on a broomstick and experience flying just like Harry. They film it and add the effects, so you look like you're zooming over Hogwarts or dodging bludgers.
The quaffle is released, and the game begins! He's got the snitch! Harry Potter receives 150 points for catching the snitch! Gryffindor wins!
It's a hilarious and unforgettable souvenir video to bring home. From there, we entered the darker side of the wizarding world, with areas inspired by the Forbidden Forest and scenes from the darker films. The lighting gets dimmer, the music more intense. It really feels like you're part of an unfolding story. The transition is seamless and sets the mood perfectly. After the intensity, we emerged into a beautiful outdoor display area that opened the mood back up. And what better way to recharge than with snacks, specifically butterbeer. This drink is legendary among Potter fans. It's a non-alcoholic, sweet, creamy soda-like beverage with a hint of butterscotch and vanilla. We sipped ours slowly, savoring every drop, and yes, you get to keep the adorable souvenir mug it's served in. It's little touches like this that make the experience feel so special and personal. You're not just touring a place, you're living the fantasy. We sat on a bench, mugs in hand, watching other fans smiling and laughing, pure magic in every corner. If you visit, do not skip the butterbeer. It's a rite of passage. Even after all that wizarding wonder, Tokyo still had one more giant surprise in store for us, literally. We made our way to DiverCity Tokyo Plaza in Odaiba to check out the iconic unicorn Gundam statue. And let me tell you, this thing is huge. Standing at nearly 20 meters tall, it's a real-life transformation of the beloved anime mecha. At night, it lights up and shifts between unicorn and destroy modes, complete with moving parts and sound effects. For fans of Gundam or just anyone into sci-fi and tech, it's absolutely unreal. We stuck around for the evening light show, which was both epic and surprisingly emotional. There's something oddly powerful about watching a giant robot come to life under the Tokyo night sky. Afterwards, we wandered through DiverCity's shops full of Japanese fashion, tech, anime merch, and sweets. It's a paradise for pop culture lovers and shopaholics alike. And then, we wrapped up our day with a feast worthy of celebration, Gyukatsu. It's a Japanese dish featuring breaded, deep-fried beef cutlet that's crispy on the outside and pink and juicy inside. You cook it just a bit more on a hot stone plate to your liking, dip it in sauce, and chef's kiss! It was the perfect ending, flavorful, comforting, and uniquely Japanese. And just like that, our Tokyo adventure comes to a close. From the soft Sakura petals to the thrill of Quidditch, the sparkle of Gundams to the crunch of Gyukatsu, this day had everything. Everywhere we turned, there was beauty, history, pop culture, and the incredible kindness of the people around us. Tokyo isn't just a city, it's a feeling. And while this is the end of our trip for now, we already made a pact to come back. Because when a place touches your heart like this, it's never really goodbye. Thanks so much for joining us on this unforgettable journey. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because we've got so much more adventure coming your way.